Hello everyone and welcome back to the Cleveland Browns franchise. I've seen a couple of comments mentioning the Browns draft picks this year and how they own a few other teams' draft picks. And a lot of you were concerned about that and wanted to make sure that we had those draft picks. Well, we do. They were already in the game. I did not have to do this manually. We have Jacksonville's first round pick, which is very significant because Jacksonville not really projected to be that good of a team this year. So we could have two top 10 picks. Theoretically, we then own our second through fifth round picks. We don't have a sixth, but then we do have 2 sevenths this year. So this is a big time draft class for us. Being able to snag 2 first round guys and hopefully 2 high first round guys is huge for the outlook of the future of this franchise. Now, it's obviously still way too early to know really anything about any of these players in the draft class. The good news for us, though, is that many of these top 10 guys fit roster needs. Obviously, if we want to take a quarterback, we can, although I did see a comment suggesting that we need to give these rookies a little bit more of a chance. And I could agree with that to an extent, but I also think if you have an opportunity to get a generational quarterback at 101, if we have the 101, then, we probably need to do that. Although there is Jack McMillan, a 6'6" left tackle out of San Diego State, who could make a significant impact when it comes to protecting today's rookies. So all of that to say, we will be keeping an eye on the Jacksonville Jaguars throughout the season. They are 1-0 right now. The Browns are coming off of a week 1 loss to the Bengals where they lost on a blocked field goal attempt. Hopkins was on to win it for the Browns, but the kick was unfortunately blocked and also returned for a touchdown. And now the next 4 weeks just get more difficult. We play the Ravens this week, then the Packers, Lions, and Vikings. It's a brutal stretch of games coming up for the Browns. We also have some player upgrades this week, including our starting quarterback, Dillon Gabriel. Now, the biggest issue with him is the lack of arm strength. That really needs to be developed for him to have any type of a future as a true franchise quarterback. I do want to keep him a scheme fit, though, for maximum XP. So we're going to go back and forth between field general and strong arm just to make sure we keep him a scheme fit. So for this one, we'll go into field general. He should get some accuracy upgrades, 1 to each accuracy. That puts him at 84, 81, and 81 accuracy, which is honestly pretty solid. He's got decent play action. He's okay under pressure. Truly the main issue for Dillon Gabriel is genuinely just the lack of arm strength. But this week, the Browns are on the road to face off against the Baltimore Ravens, a team that is one of the best in the NFL with one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL, a multiple-time MVP, and a team that I'm sure is expected to absolutely crush us. Browns will start with the football, and here comes Dillon Gabriel to make his second start on the season. I felt like he played relatively well against the Bengals. Really can't complain too much about it. 1st and 10 at the 26. We'll start with a handoff to Quinshon Judkins to the outside, and he's about a yard shy of a first down. So a nice pickup on the ground to start the day. We'll go back to the ground, and we will just barely get that first down. Jerome Ford checks into the game on 1st and 10 from the 37. He will get the carry up the middle, fighting for extra yardage. It's a pickup of 6. From the 42, we've got to reach the logo. Gabriel back to throw. He wants Cedric Tillman. It's punched out of his hands, and it's going to be 4th down for the Cleveland Browns. So Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens will have their first drive starting from their own 17 as Lamar looks to throw and throws right side. That is completed to DeAndre Hopkins, the new Baltimore Raven. 2nd and inches after the pickup of about 10. Andrews in motion. Jackson hands off Derrick Henry, but he's tackled by Jordan Hicks for a loss of a yard. You don't see that happen very often to Derrick Henry. Now it's a 3rd down and 1 from the 25. And Lamar Jackson on the read option is running and will get the first down pretty easily. This is an offense I definitely see being hard to stop with Lamar's ability to run. That's always the issue. It's another read option, and Jackson stiff arms Delpit, but then takes a big hit and loses yardage, making it a 2nd down and 13 for the Ravens. Lamar throwing left side. That's Bateman with the reception and a first. Under center for Lamar, and he will hand it off to Derrick Henry. Runs over Hicks, got even on Jordan Hicks, and he'll pick up 7. 2nd and 3 Lamar back to pass and finding Bateman again. That'll be a first down, his second grab on the day. So it's been slow and steady so far in this drive for the Ravens. Nothing super explosive, but just first down after first down. Jackson finding Andrews, and that's a pickup of 8. That'll make it a second down and 2 from the 28. I formation, and it's a toss out to Derrick Henry. Running room for Derrick Henry, open field, and he's into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens will strike first off of a big-time run from the future Hall of Famer Derrick Henry. A new drive for the Browns from our own 33. Gabriel looking to throw and gonna check it down to Judkins. Makes 2 men miss, and Judkins finds a pickup of 5. Second down out of the shotgun to throw again is Gabriel, finding Cedric Tillman for a first down and reaching the 48. 3.5 left to play in the first quarter. Judkins on a carry. Running lane for Judkins into the open field and up to the Baltimore 30. The run blocking has honestly been rather impressive so far this season, as now it's a 1st and 10 from the Baltimore 30. And throwing over the middle and finding Deontay Johnson. He's got goal to go down at the 6-yard line. So we'll try again, 2nd and goal. A throw over the middle for Tillman is knocked out of his hands. So make it 3rd and goal from the 4. Gabriel looking for a target, scrambling, and Dylan Gabriel gonna get a rushing touchdown here to tie us up in Baltimore. A very promising drive from the rookie quarterback. It looked good throughout, and we cap it off with a touchdown. Back to an even ball game here in Baltimore as Lamar Jackson and the Ravens take back over. Derrick Henry to his left, D-Hop in motion. It's a handoff to Henry, spins off of one defender, still on his feet. Eventually, he's brought down by Myles Garrett. It ends up being a pickup of 2 yards for the halfback. Henry back there with Lamar still, and it's a throw over the middle for Bateman, his 3rd grab on the day already. That makes it a 3rd down and 1 for the Ravens. Handoff, Derrick Henry, finding a lot of running room to the outside and into the open field is Derrick Henry. Near impossible to bring down. He's pushed out of bounds. Second quarter getting underway here. Baltimore in Cleveland territory. Under center is Jackson in the I formation. Sends the tight end Kohler in motion. And it's a play action and then a check down to the fullback that'll pick up 4. 2nd and 6 from the 38 now. Lamar hands off Henry. Running room again for Derrick Henry. And he is brought down this time, but with a first down again. We've got to figure out how to stop Derrick Henry. Easier said than done, obviously. People have been trying to figure that out for about a decade at this point. Lamar over the middle finds Mark Andrews. He's reaching for the first, and they credit him with it. So they're in the red zone now. I formation once again. Henry getting the carry, and this time he's brought down by Devin Bush in the backfield. And Lamar back to pass on 3rd and 7, finding Bateman, and he holds on through the big hit, making it a 1st and goal at the 4 for the Ravens. Offset I formation now. They bring the tight end in motion again. That's Kohler. And it'll be a play action as Lamar scrambling, and he runs into Myles Garrett. He gets his first sack on the season. Down goes Lamar. 2nd and goal from all the way back at the 12 now for the Ravens. Jackson throwing for Andrews. Good tackle there. And now it is 3rd down and goal from the 10-yard line. Lamar Jackson back to pass. And running out of time, Mason Graham's there. A jump ball to the corner. The end zone is nearly caught off the deflection, but it falls harmlessly to the turf. And it'll be 4th down and goal for the Ravens. So we managed to hold the Ravens to 3 points. It is 10-7 here, 7 minutes left in the first half. Judkins on another carry and falling forward for a pickup of 6. 2nd and 4. Blitz being sent by the Ravens. A quick throw to the outside for Jerome Ford will pick up the 1st down. 1st down and 10. Another carry for Judkins. Good cut to the middle. Picks up 7 more. 2nd down and 3. Gabriel back to pass, setting up the screen for Judkins. Lots of running room for Judkins. He can't make the corner miss. That's Marlon Humphrey. Wyatt Teller exiting with an injury. That's the 2nd week in a row. We are managing to move the football pretty well right now, though. A throw for Jerry Jeudy. He breaks the tackle. Jeudy falling forward for a first, making it a 3rd down and 6 for the Browns. And Gabriel under pressure trying to get it off to David Njoku, but it falls incomplete, and the Browns are just going to have to match the field goal. So 10-10 here in the late stages of the second quarter. By the way, Derrick Henry averaging 9.7 yards per carry currently in this one. He gets another carry here, but Myles Garrett is the first to meet him, and he's going to lose 3. Garrett was kind of a non-factor in the Bengals game. Glad to see him showing up a bit more here today. As Lamar throwing and over the middle, finding D-Hop, and D-Hop makes it a 3rd and more manageable 6. Empty set for Lamar Jackson. Back to pass, running out of time. Hit as he throws. It's incomplete. Nearly a miracle play made by Rashad Bateman. It's forced out of his hands. The Ravens are going to punt it away here. 1st and 10 Browns. Could maybe take the lead before we head to halftime, as a throw for Njoku is caught. He breaks the tackle. David Njoku, a pickup of 9. 2-minute warning, and it's 10-10 here in Baltimore. 2nd down and 1. Ford on a carry breaks a big-time tackle. I thought he was losing 3. Instead, he gains like 15, making it a 2nd down and 10. Blitz being sent. A throw in the direction of Jerry Jeudy is completed to make it a 3rd and 7. Big-time 3rd down here from the 42. Gabriel scrambling, running out of time, stepping up, finding spaces. Dylan Gabriel, he's inside the 10 and going out of bounds at the 5. What a huge carry for the Cleveland quarterback. I gotta see how this happened. He looked dead to rights, and for some reason, he gets past 4 defenders, all running into each other, and just finds a ton of open field. 1st and goal from the 5. Gabriel will look to throw, and it's a throw for Tillman, who walks into the end zone. Touchdown, Browns. And with a minute left in the half, there's a chance we're taking a touchdown lead into halftime. The Browns shocking everyone with how competitive they've been so far against the Ravens. 57 seconds and all of the timeouts for Baltimore. So they have plenty of time to add some additional points. Andrews, the man in motion. Henry in the backfield with Jackson. But Lamar will look to throw and has time, has an open man. It's Zay Flowers on the reception. It's a huge pickup to start the drive. He also went out of bounds on the tackle. Stops the clock with 52 seconds, yet to spend a timeout. Motion again for the Ravens. Jackson out of the shotgun, back to pass again. Firing over the middle, finding Bateman for a short pickup. And they do elect to use the first timeout now. So they're at about midfield. 48 seconds left in the half. Lamar throwing and finding Andrews for a big pickup. Another timeout used. 45 seconds left in the half. 1st down. Lamar scrambling and then throwing for Bateman, who has been his favorite target today. And Myles Garrett is exiting the game with an injury. We have to use a timeout there as well. He's on the sideline, which generally means it's not super serious. But any injury to your best player is always serious. So for at least one play, there will be no Myles Garrett on the field. Huge loss for this defense. We'll figure out the severity of that injury later. 2nd and 5, though. Bateman on another reception, and it's another 1st down. There's only 30 seconds left. They are not using the last timeout yet. In fact, they let the clock roll a bit. Now there's only 15 seconds left in the half as Jackson to throw, finding Zay Flowers, and they do use the final timeout. And with 11 seconds, they are keeping the offense on the field. At this point, the only goal, keep them out of the end zone. From the 15, 2nd and 5, Jackson dumping it off, and I think they may have screwed themselves. They do not have time to snap this football, or maybe they do. 1 second, no, it hits 0, and they fail to get any points. Clock mismanagement. They're going to be kicking themselves over that one, as now we head to the new halftime report. We get to take a look around the league during halftime now, which is pretty cool. You got the Packers and the Commanders. I saw this one on the ticker at the bottom. I believe the Packers had won this one. Oh my hurdle. Broken tackle after broken tackle for Jaden Reed. And he's going to find his way into the end zone. And the Packers over the Commanders by a touchdown. Patriots, Dolphins, both teams 0-1 to start the new season. And it's a handoff to Ramondre Stevenson in the Patriots game. And he's on his way to the end zone. Looks like he's going to score here. It's only halftime in this one. The Dolphins up a score. The 0-1 Bills against the 0-1 Jets. The Bills, I believe, falling to this Ravens team we're playing now. Allen in the pouring rain finds his man. That'll go for a touchdown as well. And at halftime, the Bills owning the Jets. The Ravens do start with the football here in the second half. A great kick return sees them at the 39 already. Myles Garrett is back in the game, by the way. Lamar missing his target here. It was just muscle cramps for Garrett, so nothing too serious. Now 2nd and 10 from the 39. Lamar looking to throw, and a little bit of a miscommunication there. It hit Mark Andrews in the helmet. But now it's a 3rd down and 10 for Lamar and company. Back to pass with plenty of time. That is caught by D-Hop, but Denzel Ward with his 5th tackle brings him down shy of the line to gain, and it's 4th down for Baltimore. So somehow the Browns find themselves with the momentum and the lead in this one. Handoff Judkins, nowhere to go. 2nd and 10 from the 20. Man in motion, it is Judkins. And it's going to be a handoff to him. Judkins to the outside, finding some running room. And I believe he found the first. He did. A great start to his rookie campaign for Judkins. Maybe eyeing that Rookie of the Year trophy. Handoff to him again, but this time he gets absolutely demolished by Roquan in the backfield. It's a loss of 3 for Judkins, and now it's a 2nd and 13. Gabriel back to pass, going deep. He has a man in mind. It's Deontay Johnson, but it's knocked away. 3rd and 13 now for the Browns. Some pressure being sent. A throw over the middle in the direction of Jerry Jeudy is knocked away. 4th and 13, the Browns will punt it right back. The Ravens take over, still down a touchdown. Under center is Jackson. Haven't seen a Derrick Henry carry in a while, but here's one trying to bounce it to the outside. Schlesinger gets the TFL. They were not having issues moving the football earlier. Now it's been problem after problem for the Ravens. A screen for Derrick Henry, breaking 1 tackle, but he can't break the other 2. And it's 4th and 5. The Ravens will punt again. So out comes the Browns offense. 1st and 10 from the 33. Judkins on a carry. There's nothing there. No gain. Becoming harder and harder to move the football. Now an empty formation for Gabriel. A throw to David Njoku, brought down by Hamilton after a short pickup. 3rd and 7. Gabriel back to pass. Blitz being sent over the middle. He finds Jerry Jeudy. Some run after the catch for Jeudy. And a 1st down for Cleveland. On the Baltimore 42 now. Judkins on a carry. Had a running lane. Shifted too far to his right. Only a pickup of 2. 2nd down and 8. Gabriel throwing for Jeudy. Nearly a crazy play from Hamilton. So a 3rd down situation again for the Browns. Gabriel looking to throw and giving Jeudy a chance. It's incomplete. Double coverage. 4th and 8. It would be a 58-yard field goal. Not really wanting to try it, so the punting team is on. But unfortunately, it was a touchback. So they will start at the 20. 17-10 still the score. Nobody scoring so far in the 3rd quarter. Can the Ravens get back on the scoreboard? A handoff to Derrick Henry, running over Collins. Brought down after a pickup of 5. We're getting there to stop the run. It's just that Derrick Henry is a freight train of a person. Now it's 2nd and 5. Henry, a delayed handoff, breaking more tackles and always falling forward. So a 3rd and short. Henry stays in the backfield, so got to be scared of the run, but it is a pass from Lamar Jackson over the middle, finding Derrick Henry, and that's a 1st down nearly to midfield. Surprisingly, haven't seen really any scrambling from Lamar Jackson so far today, just a couple read options, but otherwise he has stayed strong in the pocket. That was nearly problematic. 2nd and 10 for the Ravens. Henry still in the backfield. Lamar out of the shotgun is looking to throw. Blitz being sent. A wide open man is Rashad Bateman. A big time pickup for a 1st, and they're basically in the red zone. 3 minutes left in the 3rd quarter, and the Ravens looking like they are on their way to some additional points. First and 10 from the Cleveland 21. Schlesinger with the initial contact. Another TFL for him. We've got the Ravens in a 3rd and long situation from the Cleveland 24. Lamar Jackson back to pass and scrambling to the right. Here he goes, taking off, finding a first, taking a couple of hits, but I'm sure he'll be happy with the 1st and goal. I just had to complain about the lack of scrambling. And there you go. He makes us pay. 1st and goal at the 7 as Jackson back to pass and running out of time. Down he goes. It's Jordan Hicks with a sack. Only about a minute remaining now in the 3rd quarter. It is 2nd and goal from the 12. Jackson calling an audible and takes the snap. Hands off Derrick Henry, but he's stood up. Basically no gain. They call it a couple yards. And so now it's a 3rd and goal from the 10. The Ravens looking to get back in the end zone, but down goes Lamar Jackson. It's Tryon Shoyinka with the sack, his 1st on the year, and it makes it 4th and goal for Baltimore. And they are bringing on the field goal unit. They could let the clock hit 0 on the 3rd quarter, and that's exactly what they're going to do. So we head to the 4th. Baltimore down by 7. And looking to add a field goal. 4th quarter is underway. It is 17-13 in favor of the Browns, remaining competitive in these AFC North matchups they have to start the year. Judkins is going to lose 4 yards. Not a great start to the new drive. It has been difficult to move the football for this Browns team here in the 2nd half. Now 2nd and 14, Gabriel throwing and finding Deontay Johnson. Really good block picked up by Judkins, but it was only ever going to do so much. 3rd and 10 from the 25. Gabriel back to pass and throwing for Njoku. Makes the grab, but he is short of the 1st down marker. 4th and 4 for the Browns. So this Ravens defense holding strong in the 2nd half while the Baltimore offense figures things out. Lamar checking this down to Derrick Henry for a pickup of 7. The offense clearly figured some things out on their last drive, gaining 3 points. Now a touchdown away from taking the lead in this one. Handoff to Derrick Henry. Mason Graham's not fast enough to catch him, but led him to the outside where we still get the TFL. 9 minutes left to go in the game. They've got Ricard and Henry in the backfield with Jackson, but he looks to throw and finding his target. It is Zay Flowers with a reception. 1st and 10 Ravens from their own 43. Lamar brings a man in motion. It's Hopkins, and then it's a handoff, but Mason Graham, the rookie, in the backfield. A loss of 5 for Derrick Henry. What a play from the rookie D tackle. Glad to have him on the team. Now it's 2nd and 15 for the Ravens. Henry switches sides of the field, and it's a throw to him. I think he's going to lose more yardage. He does. Losing 3 more yards as his foot steps out of bounds. So 3rd and 18 from their own 35. Back to pass is Lamar Jackson. Taking a shot deep for Zay Flowers, and it is incomplete. Swatted down by Newsome. 7 minutes away from the first victory on the season, and it would be a huge upset over a very good Baltimore Ravens team. We start from our own 24. Gabriel hands off to Judkins. And there's only a yard there. The running game has really been struggling. It was very good in the 1st quarter and in the 1st half, but the 2nd half there has just been no running room at all. Gabriel trying to set up a screen for Ford, takes a hit, but finds Ford. Really good blocking downfield. Jerome Ford, a big pickup. We approach midfield. Under 6 minutes left to be played in this one as we continue to try to chew away at this clock. Judkins doesn't get the block, and Roquan Smith gets the tackle for loss. 2nd and 12 as Gabriel will look to throw and just does so quickly for David Njoku to make it 3rd and 8. This is a huge 3rd down in the context of this game. Gabriel running out of time, scrambling away. Is he going to be able to take off for the first? He breaks the tackle. Dylan Gabriel, that is a huge 1st down from the rookie quarterback. Breaking out of a sack, he did head out of bounds, which stopped the clock, but now we are in field goal range, and the 1st down means we can start chewing clock once again. Judkins, a good carry for Judkins, making a defender miss. It's another 1st down for the Browns. Under 4 minutes left to play now. 1st down, Cleveland. Judkins still the back. He will get another carry, and it's another decent one for Judkins as we chew away more and more at this clock. But if we get into the end zone, that could essentially be a dagger in this one. It would be a 2-score lead. So I think ultimately that is what we want. 2nd and 3. Judkins on another carry. He is short of the first. 3rd and inches from the 13. There's only 2.5 minutes left to be played. Offset I formation. Hairston on a carry. The fullback getting a touch and getting a big time first down. The Ravens are on upset alert. You know what they say, any given Sunday, any team can win. That's what the NFL is all about. The Ravens are undoubtedly the better team, but they've been outplayed so far today. Our defense has kept us in this one, kept us ahead throughout, and we reward them with a victory. 2 minutes left to be played. 1st and 10. Judkins laid out in the backfield. Timeout Baltimore. 2nd and 10. Gabriel out of the shotgun, looking to throw, has a man. It's Jerry Jeudy. He can't break the tackle to find the end zone. That would have sealed it. Now it is the most critical 3rd down of the entire game. A touchdown basically ends it for Cleveland. Anything else, we settle for the field goal, and Baltimore still has a chance to tie it up on their next drive. It is 3rd down and 3. Gabriel hands off Judkins. He's going down in the backfield. The O-line couldn't get the push they needed. So Baltimore uses their final timeout. We are on for the field goal attempt to make it a touchdown lead once again. It is good. It is 20-13 for the Browns. We need one final stop from the defense to seal the first victory on the season. First down, Ravens. They start from their own 26, and they, of course, have to get to the opposite end zone. Lamar back to pass over the middle of the field, nearly intercepted to end the game. That was a crazy throw. Super well played by Baker, by the way. That was his responsibility in the deep middle of the field. He played it very well. Lamar check down to Bateman, who does head out of bounds to stop the clock. 3rd and 3 from the 34 now. Lamar back to pass again, stepping up, scrambling. He's going to take off and looking for the contact even. He did not slide down in front of Baker. So it is a 1st and 10 near midfield for the Ravens. They, of course, hurry it up. 1:20 left to be played in this one. Have to get all the way to that end zone. Lamar over the middle. A good throw to Andrews. Swessinger bad in coverage. And that is a huge first down pickup for the Ravens. They still have a minute remaining and are basically in the red zone, as this is a throw for Derrick Henry, brought down at the 18, and now they are officially in the red zone, and they're going to spike the football with 52 seconds left. One and only goal is to keep them out of the end zone. Lamar taking off to run, takes more contact, and now it's 4th and 1. They hurry it up to the line of scrimmage. 38 seconds. The game could end here. A Lamar Jackson throw to the outside is completed to Bateman, who steps out of bounds to stop the clock as well. 34 seconds left in the game. Out of the shotgun, Lamar Jackson back to pass. Dump off to Zay Flowers, makes a man miss. Goes down. The clock's still ticking. There's about 25 seconds left. And it looks like they're going to spike the football here. That's exactly what they do. There are 20 seconds remaining. It is 3rd and goal. They have 2 attempts to get it into the end zone. And then, of course, they have to make the PAT. So Lamar Jackson throwing, finding his man. Touchdown, Baltimore. It felt inevitable. They're going to tie this game up. It is Jordan Whittington. All they need is the point after try. If that is good, we are tied here in Baltimore. They're going for 2. They are going for the 2-point conversion. They want to win right now. I love it. A ballsy play from the Ravens. Lamar Jackson under pressure. Jordan Hicks with another sack. And he just sealed a victory for the Cleveland Browns. They decided to go for the 2-point conversion, try to win it in regulation. They didn't want overtime. Well, they're not going to get it, but they're going to be on the wrong side of the win column. But of course, they could still recover the onside kick. It's on its way, but it is recovered by Deontay Johnson, and that will seal a victory for the Cleveland Browns in week number 2. If you had told me coming into this one that we would win by a single point over the Ravens, I would not have believed you. Victory formation for the Browns, a knee taken by Dylan Gabriel, officially a winning quarterback in the NFL, his first career victory as a starter. And the Browns upset the Ravens 20-19 in week number 2. Each team now 1-1 on the season. What a game that was. I cannot even believe it. The defense just really came to play. The offense had its struggles, but got it done when it needed to. And I still cannot believe that they go for the 2-point conversion instead of overtime there at the very end. But we will take a victory where we can get it. Like I said, any given Sunday. That's the thing about the NFL. Even the worst teams in the NFL are good enough to beat the best teams on occasion. I actually still think the Ravens were probably the better team today. I think if they let that go to overtime, they probably win it, but they didn't want to go to overtime. They try the 2-point conversion and it fails. Dylan Gabriel, 16 for 25, 158 yards and a touchdown. We're not asking him to throw very much, his average only being 6.3. The day started hot again for Judkins. 21 of 76 on the day, 3.6 average. Jerome Ford only got 2 carries, but was really good on those 2 carries. We also had those 2 insane carries from Dylan Gabriel that really helped seal a victory. He also ended up with a rushing touchdown. 5 for 46 for Jerry Jeudy today, 4 for 24 for Njoku. It's just a weird passing attack with the rookie quarterback. And defensively, Delpit leads in solo tackles, Baker in total tackles with 10, Devin Bush with 3 TFLs, Schlesinger and Hicks each with 2. I swear Hicks had 2 sacks in this game. Like, he had a sack there to end it on the 2-point conversion. Maybe that doesn't get counted since it was a 2-point try, but technically 2 sacks for Jordan Hicks. Gets credited with 1. Really good game for him. I mean, won the game essentially with that last one. Myles Garrett showing up a little bit more today, got a sack as well. And after the game, Quinshon Judkins gets an upgrade here. I really think he is going to be an excellent back for us. I wish he was a bit faster. I'm just going to keep going into elusive back for him for right now. Keep him a scheme fit. He gets +3 to the spin move. The spin move is upgrading like crazy for Judkins. It's up over an 80 now. I think in total on the season, he's got like +7 to his spin move. So 20-19 your final. The Browns have their first victory on the season. I never would have guessed it would be against the Ravens. Let's go ahead and advance to the next week. On to week number 3, and this week we play the 2-0 Green Bay Packers, and we've got 29 players ready to negotiate contracts. One of those is David Njoku, the best player on the offense, a guy that I think we'd want to keep around. He's not overly interested in re-signing, and you know what, to be honest, he's not exactly asking for a crazy amount of money for the caliber of player he is. I think that this is a super reasonable contract. I'm even happy to go player friendly for him so that he's more likely to take the offer. He's a very, very good tight end. We don't really have anybody that's ready, and it doesn't look like there's a ton of great tight ends in the draft class. So David Njoku, I'll make you this offer, and he decides to re-sign. So a 4-year extension for Njoku. I do also want to keep around Greg Newsome. He has star development. He's only 25. He has very, very little interest in re-signing right now, though. His biggest motivation is that the team has a franchise quarterback. We currently don't have anybody with that tag. He also likes having a mentor at the position. We also don't have anybody with that tag. So if we wanted to re-sign him, it's probably for the best that at the very least we sign a older corner that has the mentor tag. We are receiving some trade offers for Jerome Baker, a guy that I don't hate the idea of trading away, actually. The Dolphins are offering Asante Samuel Jr., which is interesting. The Cowboys are offering up Dameon Pierce. I'm shocked that Dameon Pierce is a 78 overall. I'm not overly fond of really any of these trades. Maybe the Raiders one, just because we get a 5th and 2 7ths along with a decent corner, but corner not a huge position of need for us right now, and most of these teams are offering up corners, so I think for now we're gonna pass. But Jerome Baker is a guy that we could look to trade, I think, at the deadline. So having looked at Newsome and Emerson, both of these young corners want a mentor at their position. I think I'm just gonna make that happen right now. There's not like a single free agent corner that I can find that has the mentor tag. I've been scrolling for a while, a bunch of nuns, a bunch of future starters. Not a single player available has the mentor tag. So scratch that. We are not getting a mentor for our young corners. Welcome back to Cleveland. It's week number 3. The Browns, coming off of a surprise victory against the Baltimore Ravens, now face off against a 2-0 Green Bay Packers team. The Packers come into this one actually averaging less points per game than the Browns, but are only allowing about 14 points total to the opposing team. The Browns start with the football today, and we'll see if this Green Bay Packers defense can hold us to 14 points or less as they've been doing this season to their other two opponents. 2nd and 9 from the 25. Gabriel handoff Judkins trying to bounce this to the outside. Brought down, basically no gain. Over 70 yards rushing in the first 2 games of the season for Judkins, and I'm noticing that we're missing some players in our receiver room. I did not see any offensive injuries in training, but our number 1 receiver this week is Cedric Tillman, then Jamari Thrash, and then DeAndre Carter. Jerry Jeudy is out this week, as is Deontay Johnson. So we are dealing with some injury concerns in the receiver room. I did not see that in training. So we are slim at receiver right now as Gabriel stepping out of bounds before he can throw it, and it's 4th and 15. So here comes Jordan Love and the Packers offense. They're not averaging a ton of points so far this season, as it's a handoff to Josh Jacobs, who trucks over one defender for a pickup of 3. 2nd and 7 after the short pickup. Jacobs still in the backfield with Love. Love looking to throw, though, all kinds of time, and finding Tucker Kraft for a reception and a first down. 1st and 10 from the 41. Handoff Jacobs, Jerome Baker in the backfield, making it a 3rd down and long situation. Love under pressure, a screen for Jacobs, breaking a tackle, but still chased down from behind by Myles Garrett, and they will punt it away on 4th and 9. An absolutely elite punt pins Dylan Gabriel and the offense at the 1-yard line. 1st down and 10. Judkins, I don't know if he even got a yard there. They say he got to the 2. So a very, very small amount of more breathing room as Gabriel drops back to pass, and a quick throw for David Njoku is completed to make it a 3rd and 5 from the 6. 3rd and 5, Gabriel to throw again. Njoku's way, breaking a tackle. He's gonna be short of the first, though. The 2nd grab on the day picks up a few, but it can't get the 1st down. So the Packers winning the field position battle thanks to a coffin corner punt from their punter on their last drive, as this is checked down over the middle by Jordan Love. It'll pick up 7. 2nd down and 3. Love looking to throw, has plenty of time, but Mason Graham will get home. A loss of 6 on the sack. The rookie continues to be a standout defensively. Love was also a little bit slow to get up on that play, favoring his left leg just a bit. It's 3rd and 9. We'll see if that affects him here. Graham is getting home again. 2 plays, 2 sacks for Mason Graham. It's going to be 4th and 17, and the rookie defensive tackle is forcing another punt away by the Packers. So it's going to be a weird day throwing the football for Gabriel without 2 top receivers. Jamari Thrash end up checking in, as this is a throw for Njoku again, who I'm sure we'll see a lot of touches today with the injuries. We approach the end of the first quarter, still locked at 0-0. Jerome Ford in the game. A carry for him, and Ford is going to have the 1st down, a pickup of 5. From the 32 now, a fresh set of downs. Judkins with the carry. To the outside goes Judkins. He's got a 1st down, pickup about 13 yards on that one. On 2nd down, Gabriel back to pass again. Scrambling and throwing, finding DeAndre Carter for a big pickup. He fumbles the football at the end, but it heads out of bounds, and the Browns keep the ball. Jerome Ford checks into the game for a 2nd and 11, and it's a screen for him. A block is missed. He's going to lose another yard. 3rd and 12 now. Gabriel looking to throw, running out of time, and down he goes all the way back at the 39. What a stand there from the Packers defense. This is a 56-yard attempt for Hopkins. The kick on its way. He's going to miss it wide to the right. No good. And the Packers will have excellent starting field position. That's also the end of the first quarter. Still 0-0. 2 struggling offenses continue to struggle. Handoff. Jacobs meets Jerome Baker. No gain. 2nd down from the 46. Under pressure again is Love, takes the check down to Jacobs, breaks out of the bush tackle, and is brought down by Swessinger. That'll make it a 3rd down and 2 as Love backs up out of the shotgun now. Jacobs to his right. They could go to the ground here, but no, they elect to go to the air. Love under pressure, scrambling, he gets away. Jordan Love with good speed, a huge carry, diving down at the 22-yard line. So the best field position so far for the Packers. Love throwing, finding Jacobs to the right. Myles Garrett will bring him down. 3rd and 3 from the 15. 9 minutes left in the half. Love over the middle, finds his man. Touchdown, Packers. And they will get on the board first. It's Christian Watson with his first touchdown grab of the day. I believe that's also his first catch on the day, as Jordan Love, after the rushing play that he had earlier, finds a touchdown to Watson. 7-0 Packers as the Browns offense takes back over, looking to find some traction in this one. And maybe that starts here with Judkins on another good carry. Judkins having an excellent start to his rookie season. But now it's Jerome Ford in the backfield. He will get the carry and a burst of speed up the middle for Ford, breaking a tackle, brought down in enemy territory at the 41. 1st and 10 Browns in Packers territory. Judkins on a carry, still on his feet. Good balance there from Judkins. 2nd down and 3, play action, and Gabriel under pressure just gets this out to Ford. Ford turns it upfield, another 1st down for the Browns. 2nd and 9, Gabriel to throw, and over the middle for Ford, who holds on through the contact. Gabriel also hit as he threw there. 3rd and 3 from the 15 now. So we look to get goal to go. Handoff Judkins. He's not going to get it. Tried to follow the blocker on a 3rd and short. Didn't get it. It's 4th and 2. 7-3 in favor of the Packers. Only 5 minutes remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Jordan Love brings a man in motion. That's the rookie Matthew Golden. And it's play action and then a throw to Christian Watson for a pickup of 7. On 2nd down, Jacobs still in the backfield. And it's play action. Love, quick throw, finds Watson again. They got the touchdown earlier. Now all of a sudden the chemistry's back. 1st and 10. Another play action, another throw over the middle is caught by Jaden Reed. The Packers moving nicely so far to start this drive. It's 2nd and a short 1, but they are still going to the air. Love takes the throw to Watson again on the drag route, and that's a 1st. From the 39, handoff Jacobs, running room for Josh Jacobs. A 1st down carry for him to the Cleveland 28. 2-minute warning come and gone. 2nd and 7 as Love under some pressure finds Jacobs, but it's forced out of his hands. So now a 3rd and 7. All we can really hope for is to hold them to the field goal attempt at this point. As Love under pressure again finds Jacobs. Devin Bush, really good open field tackle. Jacobs known to break away from the first one, not this time. And it's 4th and 12. So they come out for the field goal try. It is on its way, and it is good. So it is going to be 10-3. We did use one of our 3 timeouts there in order to save as much clock as possible for a 2-minute drill. No Jerry Jeudy, no Deontay Johnson. It's 1st and 10 from the 24. Gabriel looking to make a drive out of this, and that's over the middle, but intercepted. He never saw the safety, and he's on his way towards the end zone. A mistake from Dylan Gabriel is picked off by Javon Bullard. The Packers take over, and what a terrible time for an interception. 1st and 10 Packers, a minute and a half left. They could take a 17-3 lead into halftime. Throw over the middle is caught by Tucker Kraft. 2nd and 2, it's an empty formation for Jordan Love. Back to pass and finding Watson, but he drops it at the first contact. So the defense did a great job last time holding them to 3. Can they do it again? It would still be a 2-possession lead, but obviously that would be much preferred. A throw to the outside and a touchdown for the Packers. I thought he stepped out of bounds, but he got the ball across the goal line first. Jaden Reed for 6. And off of the interception, the Packers capitalize. It's going to be 17-3. So the Browns could really use a score here in the last 40 seconds of the half. Gabriel throwing, and over the middle finds Tillman. That's a pickup of about 10. We have to hurry it up here. We do still have 2 more of our timeouts remaining. And this is also in the direction of Tillman, who is wide open, trying to turn it upfield, but chased down from behind. We will use that 2nd timeout. 23 seconds left. A quick throw to David Njoku is completed. He fumbles the football, and it's recovered by Green Bay. We cannot catch a break right now. 15 seconds left in the first half, and Njoku coughs it up, and it's Packer football. We obviously can't challenge, but I do want to take a look at this, see if this is truly a fumble by The new contract extended David Njoku. I think his knee is down before the ball is fully loose. We'll see if they decide to review it. And they do. It's a booth review here to see if that is truly a fumble. I think this is going to be overturned. It is overturned, but with no warning, the clock started up again and ticked all the way down to 0. Absolutely brutal. I did not know that the clock was just going to instantly start ticking again after the review, and then it ticked down quickly to 0. Fantastic. We take a look at the halftime report. It's 17-3 in favor of the Packers at halftime. Tua Tagovailoa finding his man. It's Keenan Allen. He has been signed by the Dolphins in this universe. Not a Charger, but now a Dolphin. And the Dolphins beat the Bills. Texans versus Jacksonville. We, of course, are always going to be rooting against the Jags. The more losses they have, the better. And at halftime, they are being shut out 2 for 9 for 18 yards for Lawrence in the first 2 quarters of action. Titans Colts. The Titans under Cam Ward are 2-0 to start the season. And this is looking like it's a Cam Ward highlight, but this fan won't get out of the way. And Ward is going to scramble into the end zone for 6. 14-0 at halftime for Tennessee. Here's a look at the rest of the goings-on around the league. Miami beating Buffalo. Cincinnati up 17-0 on Minnesota. They would be 3-0 if they win that game. To add insult to injury, the Packers also start with the football here in the second half. They could make this a 24-3 game on this drive. As Love throws, and that's another catch for Watson. He did not have a single catch until the touchdown, and now all of a sudden he is the favorite target of Jordan Love in this one. It's 2nd and 7. Handoff. Jacobs trucks over one defender, still on his feet, and it's a pickup of 3 where it should have been a loss of 3. 3rd down and 4 for Green Bay. Love. Back to throw over the middle. Incomplete. It's forced out by Denzel Ward. So a good stop from the Browns defense. Now the Browns offense needs to find the end zone to get us back into this one. We'll start with a run to the outside for Judkins. It's going to lose 3. Jerome Ford now the back on a 2nd and 13. Ford trying to find some running room. Another fumble. And this one is obvious. A very clear fumble from Jerome Ford. It's recovered by the Packers. And the Browns just cannot catch a break today. 1st and 10, Green Bay at the 19. They're already in the red zone. Under center is Love. He hands off Jacobs. Finds a small lane for 4 yards. So a 3rd and 4 situation. Can this defense continue to get 3rd down stops? This time it's from the 13. Kraft in motion. Love to throw over the middle, finding Watson. This one's not forced out. It's a 1st and goal. About 8 minutes left to play in the 3rd. Love throwing, finding his target. It's Reed. No touchdown. He's down at the 1. They've got one of the better running backs in the NFL out of the I formation now. Will it be a handoff? Jacobs? No, it's play action, and it's intercepted by Delpit. He's bringing it out of the end zone, though, and he's down at the 5. An interception for the Browns as we start to get some luck going our way in this one. We keep them off the scoreboard despite the fumble lost. Unfortunately, though, brought it out of the end zone, so we start from the 5. Sampson now the back. He will get the carry to the outside for Sampson. He is the fastest of these 3 halfbacks, proving it here. All the way to the 25 for Sampson. Judkins will check back in. It's going to be a good carry for Judkins. He gets another 1st down to the 37. Sampson back in the game. He'll get the carry here up the middle for Sampson. A pickup of 5 from the 42 now. Sampson will get another carry. Nice cutback following the blockers. Another 1st down for Cleveland. The running game back in action now that Sampson is checked in. 1st and 10 from the 49, and Gabriel will look to throw. A wide open man is Harold Fannin Jr. He's a yard short of a 1st down. 2nd and 1, 3 tight ends in for the Browns. Gabriel scrambling and ultimately throwing it away. There's a flag down. Are they going to call this intentional grounding? They are. It felt like Sampson was in the area. They call it intentional grounding, and now it's 3rd and 11. So it would have been 3rd and 1. A questionable call makes it 3rd and long. Gabriel needing a good chunk of yardage here. Hit as he throws. He was looking for his tight end Njoku. no time. So a drive that started off so well on the ground fizzles out as soon as we start to go to the air. It is 1st and 10 Green Bay. Jordan Love under pressure, down he goes. He did not read that blitz in the slightest, and now it is 2nd and 16 for the Packers. Love to throw, and over the middle has Kraft to get quite a bit of that yardage back. That makes it a 3rd down and 8 for the Packers. 3 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Love with time, an open man, it's Watson, and he's got the 1st down. And now Mason Graham is exiting with an injury. He's been arguably the best player on the defense so far this year. He did not head to the locker room though, which can give you some hope. From the 35, 1st and 10. Love under center, I formation, handoff Jacobs, room, and a good carry for Josh Jacobs. It is not a serious injury for Mason Graham. He will return. It's just bruised ribs. Nothing too concerning there. Jacobs on a carry, runs into a defender and is short of that 1st down yardage. 3rd and inches here. I formation once again for the Packers. Gotta imagine. Oh, it's a sneak actually. I was gonna say gotta imagine it goes to Jacobs. I was not expecting the Jordan Love QB sneak. So a 1st and 10 for Green Bay as they continue to tick away at the 3rd quarter clock. Love goes down. Mason Graham checks back in to get his 3rd sack of the day. They weren't going to keep him off of this football field. 2nd down and 16 for the Packers. As Jordan Love throwing up the seam finds Watson. And it's a big 1st down for Green Bay. Now it's a 1st and 10 after the huge pickup from the 33. Handoff Jacobs. Myles Garrett is there with the initial hit, and it's a tackle for loss. 2nd down and 12 as the 4th quarter begins. Cleveland down by 2 scores. And a throw to the outside, played terribly. It's Matthew Golden nearly breaking away for a touchdown. Ward brings him down at the 12. 2nd down and 9. Love is out of the shotgun. Jacobs to his left. Jacobs will get the carry. Good blocking and a broken tackle for Jacobs, but he can't get away from Tucker Kraft. And that makes it a 3rd down and 8 for the Packers. Got to get to the 2 for a 1st. Love with time, stepping up and throwing. That is incomplete. And we have forced them to likely settle for 3 here. The unfortunate thing is that if this kick is good, it is still a 3-possession lead for the Packers, which feels almost insurmountable with the time left. And of course, that chip shot is good. NFL kickers are not typically missing that. 20-3 for Green Bay. The Browns just looking to get into the end zone, make this one at least a little bit more respectable. Tillman gets murdered over the middle. This passing attack has obviously not been helped by the absence of Jerry Jeudy and Deontay Johnson either. Gabriel to throw, finding DeAndre Carter. A pickup of 5 and an injury timeout. 3rd down, Gabriel back to pass. And a quick throw for Njoku, trying to reach for the 1st. He doesn't get there. But at this point, we just have to go for it on 4th down. It is 4th and 1. Gabriel under center, looks to throw. He wants David Njoku. He has the catch. He has the 1st. And we'll start hurrying it up. Under center again for Gabriel. Blitz being sent. Another throw for David Njoku is completed. He's had a busy day. 1st and 10 at the 41 now. And throwing for Thrash. I think that's actually Thrash's 1st catch on the day. Brings up a 2nd and inches. Gabriel unfortunately taking another hit as he throws there. Now to pass again. And he'll find Thrash again. Dylan Gabriel was under pressure instantly on that one. Now it's 2nd and 10, setting up the running back screen. Blocking is there. Judkins to the outside, still following those blockers and heading out of bounds with a 1st and 10. 7 minutes left to go in this one from the 14. Play action. Gabriel looking to throw, corner, end zone. Carter bumps into Thrash, and it's intercepted in the back corner of the end zone. He had a step on his man and unfortunately bumped into his own teammate. The Packers pick it off, and that'll seal this one. Marching out onto the football field is Shedeur Sanders. The Packers adding a garbage time touchdown rather than chewing out the clock. Sanders throwing and finding Njoku for his 1st completion of his career. On 2nd down, Sanders under center will look to throw. Wants Harold Fannin. Not the most accurate of throws, but still caught by the rookie tight end. for a first down. On the 49 now, Sanders back to pass. Over the middle, finds Carter, and that'll pick up 7. 2nd and 3. Sanders to throw again. Finds Jamari Thrash. That's completed for a first down. A perfect day so far for Shedeur Sanders. About to hit the 2-minute warning. He's back to pass again. Scrambling and going down with a sack. Trying to throw it away at the very end. Couldn't get it off. 2nd and 21 after the huge loss. Throw for Njoku, breaks 2 tackles, but I think he lost yards because of it. It's 3rd and 19, and we're looking to throw. Sanders finding Thrash, who steps out of bounds. 4th and 16. Have to go for it here. Could be the final play of the day for the Browns. A throw over the middle, hit as he throws in the direction of Cedric Tillman, but under pressure is Sanders, and that'll do it. 27-3 is the final. What happened to the Browns team from a week ago that managed to beat the Ravens? I do not know. We could not get in the end zone against the Packers, and they blow us out here in week number 3. This was a weird game. Missing the top 2 receivers for Gabriel is obviously super tough. The completion percentage is really good. It's just obviously 2 really, really bad interceptions. The first one, completely user error. I genuinely just didn't see the safety still hovering in the area. And then the second one, I mean, obviously is still technically user error, but the receiver did bump into the other receiver. Super frustrating because then he didn't even get a chance to at least make it a jump ball play. So I don't know. I don't hold this too much against Dylan Gabriel missing his top 2 receivers. I personally threw a boneheaded pick. Sanders, when he did come in though, was good. A pretty decent day on the ground. We were just playing from behind for so long. Sampson, I thought, was really impressive when he came in. Of course, Ford had that fumble that really kind of killed some momentum for us. Maybe Sampson just promotes to the RB2. I'm not sure. Like, Ford is capable, and it's not like he's old. I just don't like him as much as these other 2. 3 sacks on the day for the rookie Mason Graham, and we did get our first interception on the year with Grant Delpit. And with that, we will go ahead and advance to the following week where we play another NFC North team in the Lions. Here's the player cards so far on Ross Burrell, a 6'4", 231 quarterback out of LSU. He is the field general archetype. It looks like he's going to be like a pure pocket passer. His speed is solid to decent, but his acceleration is marginal to poor. Elite to great throw power. And here's the skills we know so far: A, carrying, and a B, break sack. Still only 20% scouted, still way too early in the season, but he's definitely the top QB. As for the top tackle, if we have one of the first 2 picks, Jack McMillan looks really, really good so far. We do know he has a pass block finesse, which is something we obviously need really badly. And that comes with him having the agile archetype, not even the pass protector archetype. I do actually like Jack McMillan a lot. Obviously, a lot of things are going to change throughout the season, and we'll see what draft pick we end up with. If it's a top 2, it's going to be probably between him and Ross Burrell. Here's the standings through the first 3 weeks. The Titans are 3-0. The Packers and the Bengals are 3-0. So maybe some more surprising teams to be undefeated to start the season. In our division, the AFC North, 3-0 are the Bengals, 2-1 for the Ravens, the Browns 1-2, and the Steelers are 1-2. The AFC South is of course led by the 3-0 Titans. The AFC East is the 2-1 Patriots. The Bills are 1-2 to start the year. In the AFC West, you got 3 teams at 2-1. The Chargers, though, struggling at 1-2. In the NFC North, the Packers lead the way at 3-0. The Lions, who we play this week, are 1-2. In the NFC South, the Panthers and the Saints are both 2-1. The Bucks and the Falcons are 1-2. In the NFC East, it's the Eagles at 2-1, and in the NFC West, it is the Cardinals at 2-1. So a lot of surprising win-loss records to start the season. It's obviously still very, very early. But anyway, that is going to do it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching and for the continued support. Shout out, as always, to the channel members for continuing to support me in all the ways that you do. If you want to become a channel member, you can do so by hitting the join button down below for as low as $1 per month. And if you find yourself coming back on the regular and you aren't already subscribed, go ahead and hit that sub button for me. It does help me out a lot. I will see you guys in the next episode where the Browns continue their slog through the NFC North.